Hi, this is Frank from Engineer Your Life. Today's topic, I didn't think of it until yesterday when a few things happened to me. Really, your attitude is everything. No, it's a cliche, but I have a I have my story from yesterday which I'll condense and I'll make it valuable so you can see how the little things and how you approach them can make a big difference. So, let me preface it by saying that in the past, I actually was recently looking back at some old messages of mine. I didn't really have the best attitude. When something happened to me, I'd kind of whine about it. I think it was to get attention, but, you know, it was probably just a bad habit. I would just, something happened to me, I'd talk about it more than I talked about good things. I would just focus on it. And it gets people drawn to you pretty quickly, right? We love to hear people complain, apparently, but it's kind of a short-lived thing. You don't really get too much from it. But I used to do that. Something bad happened, I'd whine and complain, and it was a bad habit. So yesterday I woke up. It was a day I was supposed to run with my girlfriend, 2.5, 3 miles. I was not feeling it. Sore, just wasn't in the mood. Had run pretty poorly the last 2 times I ran. Really didn't want to do it, but I'd committed to it, and I didn't feel like the worst. Like, I knew I wasn't really in that much pain. I kind of sensed it. So I decided to run, and I ended up feeling really good once I started going. So, I took a different attitude than I might have in the past, where I might have still ran, but I would have complained about it and, kind of probably felt bad after. But I honestly felt great the rest of the day physically. I felt really good. So that's one spot where, an attitude difference could have changed the whole course of the day, because maybe I don't run, I don't feel good the rest of the day. I probably won't get that good feeling of having accomplished what I set out to. So, second, when I was on that run, I came to a red light, and there was a car that had stopped and was going to turn right. So they looked like they were stopped and they weren't going to go. So I started to go to run again. They must not have seen me. They were focused on traffic, and they just started to go. And it was, probably a foot or two from them running over my leg, which was scary and like, whoa, at the time. But, in the past where I might have, kind of gotten angry and even sworn or, swore, done something like that, I just kept on running. And I actually made a point to smile, because I know that if I get that attitude in me and start to get angry and start to feel like a victim, it keeps hanging on. You carry it with you. So I kind of forgot about it and thought to myself, they were just focused on driving. They just didn't see me, and that stuff happens. So I got home and I looked on my bank account for the heck of it. I do that, and I saw a charge on there that I hadn't authorized for $220.93. And my first thought was, oh crap, like, oh my gosh, like, I got hacked. Oh boy, oh boy. And I quickly called and, told the bank and canceled the card and all that. But instead of having a victim attitude and wanting to go around and tell everybody about it, I kind of just thought, hey, this is a good thing. I'm grateful because they'll refund the money. And I realized that obviously, because of some other research I did, I think that maybe they had found my password, and it's probably time to change that password that I've been carrying around for about 25 years. So grateful, because now I can better protect my family's financial security and my own security. So really, the takeaway here is those were 3 instances where I know in the past I would have acted a lot differently. I would have had a different attitude. I would have been more, even if I had handled it, I would have been more apt to talk about it. Like, oh my gosh, I was running today and I was almost hit by a car. Oh, like, oh my God, I had my account was hacked. Instead of like, maybe I'm telling this story now, but I'm telling it for the sole purpose of saying that your attitude really can affect everything. You could have something bad happen to you, and how you react to it, especially if it's that early in the morning, is really going to affect your day. And I really encourage you to do that, to not want to, and we've talked about not wanting to be the victim and all of that, but really just realize that these small opportunities to have a better attitude about something and to just look at the grand scheme of things and look there and be grateful. Really, really, any of the things that happen to us, our life or death, are tragic. And, usually if you feel like you can't do something, you probably can if you just, smile and go do it. So, really, the takeaway would be you wake up tomorrow and you have these opportunities. Even if you start off the day and you get a piece of bad news, or it's raining, or you're sore, pop a smile, put that on your face. Really, your attitude will affect it, because I assure you, I feel like if I had focused on the negative yesterday and kept on, feeling bad, I would have probably attracted some more negative things to happen. And if I wanted to tell everybody about that, I would have gotten more stories to tell. So I really encourage you, no matter what happens, you get something you do for work doesn't work out, something, someone's sick or something like that. Really do the best you can. This thing I've been saying lately, that I've been writing in my journal lately, is that I'm going to make the next thing I do the best thing that I do. And that's the attitude that I'm taking no matter what happens to me. And I was not doing that years ago, and that's when I felt my worst. I felt ill, and I just focused on the bad and had that victim attitude and told everybody about it, and I felt bad. So now I'm telling you to focus on the good stuff, have a good attitude, and take that no matter what happens, and I guarantee you that you'll have a better life and you'll have more good things come to you. Thanks again. This was Frank from Engineer Your Life, and have a good day.